Hi, in this video, I will share the IGNOU BSW First Year Student Solved Assignment question for 2024. The subject is BSW 001, Introduction to Social Work. The questions covered are: explain the important theories on the relationship between man and society. What are the agencies of socialization? Explain. Describe the concept of caste and its characteristics. Discuss the role of heredity in personality development. The first question is explain the important theories on the relationship between man and society. The relationship between man and society has been extensively analyzed through various sociological theories.
The first is social contract theory. Key proponents are Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Core idea are: this theory posits that individuals consent to form a society and abide by its rules in exchange for protection and social order. Hobbes viewed this as necessary to avoid a brutish state of nature. Locke emphasized natural rights and government by consent, and Rousseau focused on collective will and equality.
The next is functionalism. Key proponents are Emile Durkheim and Talcott Parsons. Core idea are: society is likened to a complex system where various parts, institutions, norms function together to maintain stability and social order. Durkheim emphasized the role of collective conscience and social integration, while Parsons developed a more systematic framework of social functions.
The next is conflict theory. Key proponents are Karl Marx and Max Weber. Core idea is: society is characterized by conflicts arising from inequalities. Marx focused on class struggles between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat, predicting that these conflicts would eventually lead to societal change. Weber extended this analysis to include status and power inequalities beyond just economic factors.
The next is symbolic interactionism. Key proponents are George Herbert Mead and Herbert Blumer. Core idea is: this micro-level theory emphasizes the role of symbols and language in human interaction. Society is seen as constructed through daily interactions where individuals assign and negotiate meanings. The next is structuralism. Key proponents is Claude Lévi-Strauss. Core idea is: focuses on the underlying structures that shape society, particularly linguistic and cultural codes. These structures influence human behavior and social norms, often operating subconsciously. The next is postmodernism. Key proponents are Michel Foucault, Jean Baudrillard. Core idea is: this theory challenges grand narratives and highlights the fragmented, constructed nature of social reality. It explores how power and knowledge are intertwined in shaping societal norms and individual identities. The next is feminist theory. Key proponents are Simone de Beauvoir, Betty Friedan, Bell Hooks. Core idea is: examines the ways gender inequalities are perpetuated by societal structures. It advocates for dismantling patriarchal systems to achieve gender equality and emphasizes the intersectionality of various social identities. These theories collectively offer diverse insights into how individuals and society interact, the sources of social cohesion and conflict, and the mechanisms of social change. The next question is: what are the agencies of socialization? Explain. Agencies of socialization are structures and contexts within which the processes of socialization occur, shaping individuals' behaviors, beliefs, and identities. Key agencies of socialization include: family, role. The family is the primary and most influential agent of socialization. It is where individuals first learn norms, values, language, and cultural practices. Influence. Parents and other family members teach children social roles, gender roles, and basic behaviors through direct interaction, modeling, and reinforcement. Education. Role. Schools play a crucial role in socialization by teaching formal knowledge and social skills necessary for functioning in society. Influence. Through curricula, peer interactions, and extracurricular activities, individuals learn discipline, cooperation, competition, and respect for authority. Schools also expose students to diverse perspectives and cultures. Peers. Role. peer groups become increasingly influential during adolescence, providing a context for developing social identities and relationships. Influence. Peers influence behaviors, attitudes, and self-perception through social interaction, peer pressure, and group norms. Friendships and peer groups provide support and a sense of belonging. Mass media. Role. Mass media, including television, internet, social media, and print media, are powerful agents of socialization in contemporary society. Influence. Media shape perceptions, attitudes, and behaviors by providing information, cultural norms, and role models. They influence political views, body image, consumer behavior, and social norms. Religion. Role. Religious institutions and beliefs significantly impact socialization by providing moral guidelines, values, and a sense of community. Influence. Religious teachings influence individuals' worldviews, ethical behaviors, and social practices. Rituals and religious communities offer a framework for social identity and support. Workplace role. The workplace is an essential agent of socialization for adults, shaping professional identities, ethics, and social interactions. Influence. Work environments teach norms, behaviors, and skills relevant to professional roles. Workplace culture and interactions with colleagues influence attitudes towards work, authority, and teamwork. Community role. The broader community, including neighborhoods and social organizations, contributes to socialization by providing social networks and shared experiences. Influence. Community involvement fosters social capital, civic engagement, and a sense of belonging. Local norms and values shape individuals' behaviors and social responsibilities. These agencies of socialization collectively contribute to the development of individuals' social identities, behaviors, and beliefs, facilitating their integration into society. They operate in complex and interrelated ways, continually influencing and shaping socialization throughout the life course. The next question is describe the concept of caste and its characteristics. Concept of caste. The caste system is a form of social stratification prevalent primarily in South Asia, especially India. It categorizes individuals into hierarchical groups based on their birth, which determines their social status, occupation, and interactions with others. The caste system is deeply rooted in Hindu tradition, but its influence extends to other religions and regions within South Asia. Characteristics of the caste system. Hereditary status. Ascription. Membership in a caste is determined by birth and remains fixed for life. An individual's caste is inherited from their parents and passed down to their offspring. Endogamy. Marriage within caste. Members of a caste typically marry within their own caste group. Inter-caste marriages are traditionally discouraged and can be socially stigmatized. Hierarchy. Social ranking. Castes are arranged in a hierarchical order, with some castes considered superior and others inferior. The Brahmins, priests, and scholars are at the top, followed by Kshatriyas, warriors and rulers, Vaishyas, traders and agriculturists, and Shudras, laborers and service providers. Outside this hierarchy are the Dalits, formerly known as untouchables, who have been historically marginalized and discriminated against. Occupation. Job specialization. Traditionally, each caste is associated with specific occupations. For instance, Brahmins are linked to priesthood and teaching, Kshatriyas to warfare and governance, Vaishyas to commerce, and Shudras to manual labor. Social interaction. Restrictions. Social interactions between castes are regulated, with strict rules about commensality, eating together, and physical contact. Higher castes often avoid interactions with lower castes to maintain social purity. Purity and pollution. Ritual status. The concept of purity and pollution plays a crucial role in the caste system. Higher castes are considered pure, while lower castes are viewed as more impure. This belief influences social interactions and practices. Social mobility. Limited mobility. The caste system traditionally offers little scope for social mobility. Individuals are expected to adhere to their caste roles, and upward mobility is rare and often met with resistance. Cultural identity, distinctive traditions. Each caste has its own customs, rituals, and traditions, contributing to a strong sense of caste identity. These cultural markers distinguish one caste from another. Panchayat system, local governance. Castes often have their own community councils or panchayats that govern internal affairs, resolve disputes, and enforce caste norms and rules. Modern challenges, social change. While the caste system remains influential, social, legal, and economic changes, including affirmative action policies and urbanization, have challenged its traditional structure. Efforts to eradicate caste-based discrimination continue, but deep-rooted social attitudes and practices persist. In summary, the caste system is a rigid and hereditary social stratification system characterized by hierarchical ranking, endogamy, occupational specialization, and restricted social interaction based on concepts of purity and pollution. Despite significant social and legal reforms, its influence persists in many areas of life in South Asia. The next question is discuss the role of heredity in personality development. Role of heredity in personality development. Heredity plays a significant role in shaping an individual's personality by passing down genetic traits from parents to offspring. These genetic influences interact with environmental factors to form the basis of personality development. Genetic inheritance, genes and personality traits. Genes influence various aspects of personality, such as temperament, emotionality, and predispositions to certain behaviors. Studies on twins, especially identical twins raised apart, have shown that genetics account for a substantial portion of personality differences. Temperament. Hereditary factors largely determine temperament, which refers to innate traits such as activity level, emotional reactivity, and sociability. These foundational traits influence how individuals interact with their environment and form the building blocks of personality. Biological basis, neurotransmitters and hormones. Genetic factors affect the production and regulation of neurotransmitters, for example serotonin, dopamine, and hormones, for example cortisol, which are linked to mood, stress response, and behavior. Variations in these biological processes can lead to differences in personality traits such as impulsivity, anxiety, and sociability. Brain structure. Heredity also influences brain structure and function. For instance, variations in the size and connectivity of certain brain regions, like the prefrontal cortex and amygdala, are associated with differences in personality traits such as self-control and emotional regulation. Personality disorders, genetic predisposition. Certain personality disorders, such as borderline personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder, have been linked to genetic predispositions. While not deterministic, these genetic factors increase the likelihood of developing such disorders in combination with environmental influences. Gene-environment interaction. Nature and nurture. Personality development results from the interaction between genetic predispositions and environmental factors. For instance, a genetically shy child might become more socially withdrawn in a non-supportive environment but could develop social skills in a nurturing setting. Epigenetics. Epigenetic mechanisms show how environmental factors can influence gene expression. Experiences such as stress, trauma, and learning can activate or suppress certain genes, affecting personality development. Heritability estimates. Research findings. Studies suggest that heritability estimates for personality traits typically range from 40% to 60%. This indicates that genetics significantly influence personality, though environmental factors also play a crucial role. In conclusion, heredity is a fundamental factor in personality development, providing the genetic framework that interacts with environmental influences to shape individual personalities. While genetic factors set the stage, environmental experiences and interactions continually modify and refine personality traits throughout life. Thank you.